Plaintiff Christopher Gillette says he's known the defendant for 15 years because they used to work together. Christopher claims he and the defendant used to party together, and the defendant has the worst luck of anyone he knows. Christopher suing the defendant for an unpaid loan. Defendant Matthew Bird says he's in an industrial rock band out of Detroit, and he rarely drinks anymore. Matthew insists Christopher agreed to give him more time to pay off the loan.
Prove your case.
Matt and I have known each other for about 15 years, Your Honor. We used to work together at two different companies. One was in Saginaw, one was in Flint. When we worked in Flint, I was a supervisor. He was the assistant supervisor. We became pretty good friends during that time. We were making pretty good money. I was single. I used to go out and party quite a bit. Matt began having marital problems and stuff at that time, and he kind of fell into my lifestyle, I guess you could say. And that's kind of what made us really close, though.
You all start going together.
No.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing like that. No.
Yeah, I mean, there's no problem.
No.
You said, no, I'm not, hey, I don't ridicule
nothing like that.
But that doesn't sound like what you said. No. You said he started having marital problems, so he fell into my arms or something.
No. He kind of...
And we started a relationship. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I heard. That's not what I meant by that.
You didn't say he fell
into the partying with me and stuff. We used to go out quite a bit and hang out, party. We used to go out about a good 3-4 times a week, spend a bunch of money. Everything kind of became a party with us, though. I mean, it got to the point where the two of us couldn't even go golfing on a Sunday afternoon without it turning into a party. We'd get out on the golf course, get a bunch of beer, start betting on holes, crash golf carts, and if that got boring, we'd pay somebody money to jump into a pond or eat bird droppings. I mean, we were reckless, just reckless.
Go ahead.
Just reckless.
This was what year?
This is back in about 01, 02.
And you all were drinking and doing that back then? Back then, So you all are clearly alcoholics by now.
No, actually, I actually ran into a situation where I was at a club in Bay City partying. This club was right near the water. I don't even remember doing this, but I guess I actually left the club, didn't tell anybody. When I left, I staggered to my buddy's house, passed out on his trampoline in the backyard. While everybody looked for me for a few hours, they were actually going to call the Coast Guard because they thought I might have fell in the water and stuff. So that was my wake up. That's when I decided, I need to change stuff. I quit the company in Flint. I got away from that lifestyle. I got my own business now. Good. I still go out and have beers with my friends and stuff, but not like I used to.
Not excessive.
No, not excessive anymore. No, that's all changed.
What about you? You still doing your thing?
No. I mean, well, like Chris said, back then, we went out, we had a good time. We've known each other for years, and I've always been in bands. I'm in a Detroit band right now.
What's the name of the band?
The name of the band is Cyber Tribe. We play industrial rock. It's like I guess like a Nine Inch Nails sort of.
St. Andrews Hall and all?
Yeah, the Emerald Theater we've done. We've done some bigger shows down south, and we've been nominated for Detroit Music Awards, won a few, and like I said, basically, it's all about the show, not about the party. Right. You know what I mean? Back then, we were all about the party, and quite honestly, the two of us together was just a bad situation. He's a kind of bad influence. I mean, I don't not like the guy. We cannot be together, be around each other, and actually.
Are you still drinking excessively?
No, Your Honor. I don't hardly drink at all.
All right, good. So you all have overcome your destructive ways as it relates to alcohol abuse.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, now you're just smoking pot, and that might. How does he owe you $15.25?
Once I left that company in Flint, Matt was going through some tough times. He's always been the guy that's had just terrible luck. He lost his house, divorce, been through several different cars. He even had a cat that electrocuted itself. The guy's just, if he didn't have bad luck, Your Honor, he wouldn't have any at all.
That's an animal. That's terrible.
Yeah, he wouldn't, if he didn't have the bad luck.
The animal come back to life.
Suicide?
No, the animal actually, he lived through it, but he was dead. It was
He lived through it,
Yeah.
but he was dead.
Yeah, there was a wire.
You're
Honestly,
still getting high.
no, quite
He
honestly.
lived through it, but he was dead.
The cat seriously just died like two or 3 years ago. It was amazing. There had a couple of different wires that were not taped up, and I come home and he had
lived through the electrocution.
When I pulled the
and
wires
then
out,
died later.
Yeah, years later.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. 1525. Let's get right
Correct.
to that.
Yeah. So he was losing his house, and like I said, we were very close. I borrowed him money to help him save his house.
What
I borrowed
year?
him $1,775. And this was back in January of '03. February 14th of '03, he was to get his taxes done and pay me back. February 14th came, he gave me $250, and since then I have not gotten any more cents.
Sir?
Yeah, I borrowed the money. I'm not sure exactly on the year. I don't have the note or anything that we.
There was
agreement.
a note signed?
There was, yeah.
Yes, sir, I have a promissory note right here.
it. What else? So you agree you owe him?
I agree, I owe him, but at the time, and even, I mean, we've lost touch throughout the years, but at the time, he understood the situation, and, he basically verbally told me, to get it back to him when I can. You
can't amend a written agreement with a verbal amendment. That's called the parole evidence rule. You have to amend it in writing.
This was just
For this particular reason. Someone comes in, they have written evidence, the other person says, no, they changed their mind, they told me later, don't worry about it. And this is the most reliable evidence, is the written evidence. But do you agree you owe him, and do you want to pay him?
I agree that I do owe him money. He's just always told me that, it was never a big issue.
Do you want to pay him?
Yeah. I don't have the money. I haven't had the money, or else I would have paid him.
Well,
Your Honor.
He has said he wants to pay you.
Yes.
And I am going to allow him to pay you.
Okay.
The reason I say it like that is because you're beyond the statute of limitations.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I set you up to pay. Oh. You didn't have to. You should know the law. However, the good news is he's going to pay you, right?
I will pay him.
There you go,
Your Honor.
good guy. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Well, I'd like to remain friends. Him and I have always been very close together. We've always hung out and had a lot of fun, and I'd like to go back to that and get this money out of the
We
way.
mainly just lost touch from, I moved away out of town, and, it was nothing ever against him.